Hello, everybody. This is Coach Van in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I want to welcome all of you to the Automated 20 Now Marketing Update webinar. And we're going to be covering a lot of information here, and this isn't meant to be any kind of a presentation, but if you haven't pre-enrolled yet, you're more than welcome to listen. But I will tell you, if you haven't pre-enrolled, do that right now during this presentation or during this Q&A thing, but you are welcome to ask any questions. I do want to let you know that I've been spending a lot of time with Jarhead here today. Jarhead is the owner, Richard Jarhead Pickett, and the creator of some of these tools here. And I'm telling you, this guy listens to the field. As much as I love the Facebook tool, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, I don't want to have to be logged into Facebook just to make a purchase and stuff. And he's been listening. So all the time he spent making code to get it to work that way, actually people don't realize it was for their benefit. He was piggybacking off of the security systems that are built into Facebook, so that security's kind of his thing, so that people can do that. So what he's going to do is, if you want to pay with a credit card or debit card and you do not want to be logged into Facebook, that is not a problem. Just wait until, he'll probably be done prior to Saturday, but he told me I'd go ahead and say Saturday. Okay, it's still the grace period. During the grace period, it doesn't matter if you paid the second he turned the site on July 31st, or if you're the last one to pay, right before it closes, midnight, August 9th. It doesn't matter. What matters is when you pre-enroll. Okay, so if you don't pay until Saturday because you don't want to be logged into Facebook or you don't have a Facebook page, that's fine. Just wait. Now, I will tell you this. I'm going to throw in some training here, all right, or call it soap opera, or get on my soapbox. I'm telling you that this program has a tremendous value in the tools itself. Even if there was no pay plan at all, this is worth so much more than 20 bucks. Now, the value is in actually the webcast has the biggest value when you compare cost to companies that try to do something similar. Like right now, we're using GoToWebinar or Citrix. All right, Citrix is a $1 billion company, but they charge $500 a month, and they limit your seats to 1,000. The very first webcast Jarhead did, when he just kind of threw it together, there was way more than 1,000 people on there. You'll be able to have your own webcast or live streaming events, and it's included with your $20. You'll never have to, once our accounts are set up, we won't have to use Citrix or GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar. We won't have to worry about how many people are coming there. And we've been maxing out these webinars here on Citrix. I'm probably going to get a notice any second here saying that people are getting locked out. So the Facebook app, I'm telling you, you can't argue with the fact it is the largest marketing platform in the world. Maybe some of you are going to get tired of me telling you that. And I know we're not talking about the marketing side right now, but I'm telling you, if you don't use the Facebook tool, you're going to be missing out on a lot of growth. I'm saying, and that goes for those of you who are already having a lot of growth. If you're thinking, man, I've got more referrals than I've ever got before, and you think I don't need the Facebook thing, maybe you don't need it, but you're not going to have anywhere near the success that you could have if you used it. Okay, that tool is that good. And I've said it a number of times, if I had to say only one tool that we could use and we'd have to throw out the rest, even though there's tremendous value in the webcasting system, I'd say get rid of the webcast, get rid of the blog, even get rid of the mailer, and even get rid of the training before I'd say get rid of the Facebook application. That's what got this whole thing going. Okay, so I'm going to get off my soapbox just for a little bit to let you know, if you want to pay with a credit card or debit card, that's the only way you can pay if you're going through the company, and you don't want to be logged into Facebook, just wait till Saturday. Okay, we just maxed out. Hold on, let me close these windows. Okay, all right. So if you go to, and I've already updated the paynow.toolsteam.net, so you won't have to go through the 20now/member/account anymore. And I'll take you over to that page also. The paynow.toolsteam.net is an option. It is not required. But if you want to pay for a whole year and save $40, because $20 a month for a year is $240, but if you pay $200, you can get the whole first year, and all the whole first year commissions are paid up front. You cannot do that through 20now.com. You cannot do it on a credit card or debit card unless you fund a Payza or PayPal account with your card to use that service. Okay, that's only going to be up. Before I said Friday, it's probably, I'm going to take down that website Monday. It is not through the company. The company knows I'm doing it. I'm going to get all the funds together, do a wire to Jarhead prior to the grace period ending on August 9th, and so that everybody who pays for a year, or they're paying it forward, or they're paying for other people, they can do that without, especially if you don't have a credit card, or some people have been having meetings and collecting $20 bills from people right there. That's all fine. I'll take care of you. All right? So if you want to pay it for a year, your only option is to go to paynow.toolsteam.net. You are not required to do that. I'm just saying if you want to do it. If you go through the company, your only option is a credit card and a debit card. All right? So also I want to let everybody know, make sure you whitelist or include on your address or whatever it is that you do with your mailing system to make sure the new emails aren't going into your spam folder. You know, the jarhead at toolsteam.com, as things are getting moved over to 20now, you'll start getting emails support at 20now.com and jarhead at 20now.com. Okay, and then this is a team webinar, not the company, so, you know, continue to, if you're getting these updates, you're probably getting the emails okay from Coach Van at coachvan.com. Now, I wrote some notes here that I want to cover before I go to the Q&A, all right? Again, if you've logged into Facebook and you're using a credit card, you can do that right now, okay? A lot of you who've already gone through the process, whether you did it today or last night, you were getting a pending feature, okay? That's been fixed or adjusted because a lot of people are saying, hey, I put in my information and it says pending. I did it yesterday, or it's been 3 hours, or what have you. It's being switched to where it says you're all set. Now, if you won your first month, because on some of these webcasts or webinars, I've given cruises, airfare. We've had drawings where people got their first month paid for a couple times. The person who won, their sponsor also had the first month paid for, and that's already logged in. It's taken care of. The money's been spent. All you'll do is you'll go in, you'll put in all your information, and then just leave the credit card information blank, and it'll go search the database when you go put in your account info, not your billing info, but your account, your Facebook, and it'll go in there and show it it's paid. And that's not instant, but once the system updates, it'll go from pending, or excuse me, it'll go from inactive to active. All right, and that also goes for those of you who prepaid before pre-enrollment even started. People who paid their money back in June. nobody who paid in June or won their first month has to pay anything right now. And nobody's paid that first month you paid in June. Pre-enrollment doesn't count as your first month. Okay, so everybody who's paying right now, their second payment, if they're not using commissions, is going to be in September. Even if you paid on August 31st, you're not going to be paying on July 31st, you're not going to be paying on August 31st. All right. During the grace period, which is right now, okay, for again, using the analogy that I've used in previous webinars, nobody's in the matrix. You didn't lock your spot in the matrix. You locked your place in line to get in the matrix. All right. So during the grace period, we're getting ready to open the doors of the nightclub kind of thing, and nobody's skipping anybody in line. If you paid before somebody else, or if you paid for a year or any of that, none of that matters. Okay. But during the grace period, since nobody's going in the matrix, we can't calculate matrix commissions. But the $5 bonus has nothing to do with the matrix. So as people pay and they update the stuff over the weekend, you'll start to get emails saying, hey, you've got money. And there's, again, no limit to how many $5 commissions you can get. You're not going to get any 70-cent commissions, no $7 commissions. Now, for some of you, if you referred somebody who paid for a year, you're not going to get a $5 commission. You're going to get a $50 commission, okay, because they paid for a year, but they're only paying for 10 months, but all 10 months are going to be paid up front. Okay, so during the grace period, the $5 bonuses will be paid out. During pre-launch, from August 10th through the end of August, those 3 weeks, the matrix commissions and the matches will start to kick in addition to the $5. Okay, and then he'll start rolling out the tools during the pre-launch. So when we actually launch, we'll already have a month's worth of people getting paid, and by that time, all the tools that we've been talking about will be in place. During pre-launch, we'll be testing them, tweaking them, listening to the field like we're doing right now. There's well over, I think, 10 hours of coding that was done to make the site secure for your credit and debit cards going through Facebook. But the field said, hey, we don't want to do this, or not all of them, but there was enough to get his attention to say, hey, he's listening to the field, so he's going to put that many more hours into coding it so that you don't have to be logged into Facebook to pay with a credit card or debit card. All right. If you go to your pre-enrollment page, it doesn't say Tools Team 2.0 anymore. It says 20 now. All right. So I'm going to show you something here on the website, and then we'll do a little Q&A here. We've got a lot of questions that have been rolling in here. Okay. Okay, if you go to 20now.com, it looks a little bit different here. Okay, let me go back to the front page. All right, and from there, you can see Jarhead's mugshot letting you know the credit card portion. The only reason it doesn't say 100% is there's a couple reviews going on with the bank, but we're good. You can see the rundown of the different contests. You can see he's added contact support, frequently asked questions, terms of service, privacy policy. Yes, we got a refund policy. Again, this isn't some fly-by-night deal here, all right? It might be only $20, and people might have that perception. So, you're doing that stupid $20 game or $20 tools thing with all that garbage or whatever. That's not the case, and we're not worried about the people who think that at first. Okay, if you go to activate your account, again, you activate your account even if you've already paid. All right, now you click on activate your account, and if you go to the billing info, click on all these links here. But instead of me telling you all this stuff here, you're going to do your Facebook profile. Is if you go to webcast, all right, and I know this is important to everybody, but I'm going to show you here under webcast, click on archive. Jarhead made a video already where he walks you through. He made a fake Facebook account. He made everything, explained everything, explained the security up here. If you click on this, it's 16 minutes long. He lets you know that, hey, the security measures that he went through for 20now.com for the website, it's not just some everyday kind of security thing, because he wants, even if you don't care about your information, he does. That, like I said, that's his thing. That's his baby. You know, he's big on security. Okay, so he'll take you through this. He'll tell you about the billing info. Now, it does have the Facebook portion in it on the first part of the video, and just don't worry about that. If you're worried about Facebook, just wait until Saturday. Okay, then he'll do this over again, and Facebook won't be an issue. Okay, and again, you just go to 20now.com, click on the archive, and it's the very top one. It says right here in the title, August 1st, how to activate your account. All right, and then the old one that he did yesterday, it's removed. All right, let me see if I can get rid of my virtual ink here. Now it's hanging with me again. Okay, dang it. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me turn off the ink. Now, if you go to toolsteam.net, they can register for webinars on that. Hold on. It's showing the wrong one. Okay. They can register for the webinars. Down at the bottom, if they click on the $20 bill or the words Pay Now, it'll take them to paynow.toolsteam.net. Now, the video from last night, it's been up there all day. I took it down because we got the information that's being updated, and tonight's webinar is going to go where this watch video part is here. All right. But again, I'm emphasizing on this page, this is not a requirement. It's just an option. If you have a credit card and you want to pay monthly, just do it. Go to 20now.com and just forget this page even exists. If you don't have a credit card, you don't have a debit card, or you're just somebody who just refuses to use credit cards and debit cards online, then go through here. What you don't want to do, and I know this sounded cold in the email, is everybody who pre-enrolled, you might not believe me, but you made an incredibly smart decision. Even if you made the decision simply because somebody kept bugging you, or it's only 20 bucks, you figure what the heck, or I don't know, maybe I'll get spillover, maybe I won't, I'll throw, or I spend 20 bucks at the movies, or I spend $100 taking my family out to dinner, $20. It doesn't matter what your reasons were for pre-enrolling. It was incredibly smart thing to do because it'll be lucrative for you if you make a purchase. All right. If you don't make a purchase, and again, you can make me out to be the bad guy, say I'm cold-blooded, or I'm too cocky, or I'm full of myself, or whatever. If you pre-enrolled and you don't make a purchase of either $20 for a month or $200 for your first year, you made an incredibly stupid decision. And that even goes for my family. I got a couple family members who are listening here that they opted in because I just kept bugging them. Now I'm telling them, same thing. They don't make a purchase. And again, that has nothing to do if you don't make a purchase, or if you make a purchase and you have no intent of telling anybody, that's fine. You'll tell somebody later, but these tools work. All right. So make the purchase. If you want to wait till the Facebook app is taken off of there, that's fine. Just make sure you make a purchase. Do I expect all 28,000 people who pre-enrolled to make a purchase? I don't expect them to. They'd be smart to do so, but is that realistic? No. Am I going to think that everybody who didn't make a purchase made a huge mistake? Absolutely. Absolutely. Then I'm going to run like crazy with the people who made the right choice to purchase these tools and work with them, whether they want to do just a little bit or they want to do a lot, or if they want to make full-time income with the tools or full-time incomes with the companies selling the products and services that they already have, we're going to do that. Okay, so we got that was the leaders board. Again, that's all on Pay Now. And at the bottom of Pay Now, they can also register for the webinars. We did add Payza and PayPal. And again, these are just temporary. This site, I was going to take it down tomorrow because of the changes that Jarhead's doing to help people with Facebook. I'm going to leave this up at least until Monday. And then I'll accept funds for people up until Wednesday, because then I got to put it all together to make sure Jarhead has it before the I just said the name of the phase here. I'm going brain dead. The phase, till the 9th of August. We'll do it until then. And again, this webinar will be up here later tonight. Okay, let me get to answering some of these questions here. Okay, keep in mind, everybody, we do have a packed webinar, and I am flying solo again here tonight. All of you who are writing, hey, good stuff, to keep up the good work, and we appreciate you, Van. I appreciate all of you also. It's we have 28,000 people. It's because of you, not because of me. But if you can, please keep this to your questions. I don't want to seem ungrateful for your comments, but it makes it hard to find your questions in here. Okay. David says, will we be able to post multiple blogs on different subjects? Yes, of course. Okay. Maybe not during the grace period. That's what I was trying to think of before. Ken, who's one of the winners, says, are you signing up the winners of the first month paid? Yet I'm not signing them up, but their company's already been informed, and your funds are already turned in. So when you go to 20now.com, and let me go to the actual activation portion here. When you go to 20now.com, you'll put in your account info, your Facebook profile, and when you get to the billing info, just leave that blank. But go ahead and check all of the things over to the right and click on Update Billing Info. Okay, you're taken care of already. Okay, the people who paid for a year, remember, if you sent the money to me, Jarhead doesn't have it yet, so he doesn't know you paid. All right, your funds will be submitted, prior to August 9th. So yours might not say all set like this one does, unless now if you paid for a year and you prepaid in June, you're going to be listed as all set. But if you sent me your funds because you're using Pay It Forward, or you're using cashier's checks, cash, or money orders, Payza, or PayPal, the company does not have the money, so don't fill out your billing info, but also realize your stuff's not going to show as all set or paid until Friday. All right. Jampa says, can I send you emails to send to our downlines? What exactly to say now? Yes, you should have got that yesterday. I updated my welcome emails, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people think the emails that I send out are going to everybody. They're not. I'm just a member like the rest of you. I don't have access to the entire database. Jarhead does, and he sends out those updates. But what I have is I have the 1,000+ people that I've referred. I have all their contact information. Some of my personals have sent me their personals saying, hey, Van, add these people to your list, or a combination of say, hey, Van, because they know I have, I'm mailing out to over 1 million people. He says, hey, take these people off your mailing list, not about the updates, but so that I'm not marketing to them. So I take those addresses off of the database so they don't keep getting emails telling them to join 20 Now when they've already joined. Or somebody just writes me back and says, hey, Van, I'm already in this. So-and-so is my sponsor. I take them off the list, and so I put them onto my mailing list. So I have the list of people that I referred. Then I have a list of people that somebody else referred that's already in. And so, yeah, there's 28,000. The emails that I send out are only going to about 3,000. So there's still 25,000 people out there who aren't getting updates directly from me. So by all means, go ahead. That's why I put, hey, even in my welcome letter, I tell the people, it says, hey, tweak my welcome email to, tailor to kind of your personality and send that to your referrals, whether you have 1 referral or 3,700 referrals like Joseph does. Okay. Joel says, I was able to activate my 20 Now account, and right now it shows you're all set, but I'm wondering, no payments of $20 was taken off of my card. That'll be finalized probably starting either tonight or tomorrow, Joel. Okay. Ken, okay, we already answered that one. Jampa, I answered that one. Okay. If I've already answered a question, please don't type in the same question again. All right. Okay, Joseph says, I have paid since July 31st. However, it's still, okay, we covered that one. That's going to be changed to all set now. That's already in place, or Jarhead said he's doing it right now. Okay. Let's see, Doug, if someone needs their keys, how can they request it sent to them again? If when the next email comes out, Jarhead's going to include the registration key, but it's also on your original page when you first join. And when he updates the thing to where you don't need to be logged into Facebook, you'll also be able to pay. It'll say, hey, did you either don't have a key or you lost it or what have you? That'll all be included there also. Like I said, Jarhead wanted to push security initially, and he's listening to the field. The field say, some of them are saying, hey, we understand about security and everything, but what we really want to do is get people signed up as fast as possible. Okay, Doug's saying, how do we whitelist our emails? What it is, if check your spam folder. So if you're getting emails from me or Jarhead or anybody and they're in the spam, it's different whether you're on Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, what have you. You go back and say, hey, this isn't spam. Or some of them, they call it a whitelist, where you say, you're telling your system, hey, always accept email from these addresses, or make sure they're in your address book. But check. Don't just delete your spam folders. Go through the spam folder and make sure you highlight anything from myself or Jarhead and move it and click say, hey, this isn't spam, so that your future emails get into your inbox. Okay. Again, if anybody who sent me funds, I don't activate your account. You go in and do your account info in the Facebook profile, and then your account won't be listed as paid until next Thursday or Friday. But your pre-enrollment pages, all that stuff is still going to be cooking. All right. Rosemary's asking about the new 20 Now page. Okay, there's what they call subdomains, and then I can't remember what it's called, extensions. All right. Oh, when 20 Now is activated with your individual sites, it's not going to be 20now.com/username. It's going to be username.20now.com. Okay? Don't try to go there now. They're not there. Okay, Family Music says, when will we be able to see our downline? You can see your personal referrals right now as far as seeing your matrix and who's paid and actually went into the matrix. That'll be on pre-launch on August 10th. And again, everybody who pre-enrolled who does not pay, they're not going into the matrix. So all these people who said, well, I'm going to wait to see where I'm in at the matrix to see if I'm going to pay or not, they're not going to see the matrix until they pay. They will be able to see sometime early next week when they go to their pre-enrollee list. They'll start to see people who did pay. Even whether they've paid or not, they can see if their referrals have paid, and they, especially if they have 4 referrals who paid and they don't pay, now they're really getting, you know, totally illogical, past bonehead. Okay. Randy says, is there a leaders page for signups? If you're talking about like we have on where Joe's at the top of it, there will be after the during the pre-launch, but there's not going to be one posted for the ones who have actual paid members until after people are placed into the matrix, if that's what you meant. Barry says, can I use my credit card for some people I have sponsored? Right now, I talked with Jarhead on that tonight. One card can be used for 2 people. And if you have more than one card, you know, you can use 3. If you have 3 cards, you can do it for 6 people. He is, again, until he gets an idea of what kind of people, you know, it's not the people who are on this webinar he's worried about. It's the people who say, hey, here's a new company. And he explains that in the video, too, to where, you know, the people start seeing if they can, they'll steal a whole bunch of cards and try to run them through just to see which ones take and then go use them someplace else. So initially, right now, the word is 2 people on 1 card. But that could be changed later. But as of right now, it's 2. Okay. Charles says, what if I paid in June and I put in my credit card info? No problem. It's going to list you as paid, so it's not going to charge your card. Okay, Stan, do we still use pre-enrollment info, or will we be pre-enrolled automatically when we bring them in? You still send them people to your pre-enrollment page if they want to pre-enroll, but probably sometime around Monday, the pre-enrollment will be, hey, come here, and when they pre-enroll, it'll take them right to a payment page. They'll pre-enroll, they'll put in the capture information and say, okay, pay. And then they'll pay, and they'll go in the line, you know, of all the other, they'll go behind all the other people who pre-enrolled previous to them, and they'll just be in line as paid. Okay. Cheryl says, when do you say spots in the matrix will be filled? After we pay? Sorry, I didn't catch it. Nobody's going in the matrix until after the grace period's over, and that's going to be on August 10th. What will happen is on August 9th, it'll all say pre-enrollment's done. After August 9th, people can go to your website. They can either join and pay $20, or they can opt in and just be, you know, somebody that the system drips on. There's no more standing in line or holding a spot in line or anything else like that. The sites may be down while Jarhead does a whole bunch of test loads and loads them in, make sure it looks right, and then he might unload it and reload it again and just make sure everything's right, there's no glitches or anything. And then once that's done, people will be able to say, hey, I've got, you know, here's my downline, here's how many people you have on each level. It'll start calculating the matrix commissions, all the $200 people that paid for a year. That'll be $7 up through 10 levels instead of 70 cents. It'll be $10 going to the bonus pool instead of $1. The $50 is going to start during the grace period. and then the matches will kick in too. Okay, and then you can see your spot in the matrix at that time. Kevin's asking, you know, I know there's probably, he's talking about people lying about their position in the matrix. I think for some people, they think they got the terminology mixed up, saying, hey, they're locked in, and they think, hey, I'm on the, locked in on this level, the matrix. Some of them, there's probably some people just flat out lying about it. But I think for a majority of the people who are making statements like that, they probably just misunderstood when it said, hey, lock in your position. They didn't realize they're locking in a position in line and that they're actually not in the matrix yet, something like that. So I think most of the time, I don't think people are being malicious about it or trying to be misleading. But yes, are there some who are just trying to make up stuff to try to attract more people with lies? Yeah, but I think it's more of the just misunderstanding than it is just people trying to be flat out misleading. Okay. All right. Ken says, trying to activate keeps sending me back to invalid expiration format. Use MMYY. MMYY means month and year. It's a 2-digit year. So if it expires in 2015, you put just 15. The CVV is the code on the back. Okay. I'll give you all a quick lesson in credit cards here. All right. Every credit card that starts with a number 4 is a Visa, 5's MasterCard, 6 is Discover, and 3 is American Express. Now, the Visa, MasterCard, and Discover, their code on the back is a 3-digit code, and they have 16 digits on the front. American Express starts with 3 and only has 15 digits on the front, but they have a 4-digit verification code on the back. Now, this system knows how to track that. I found out today that they're also going to be accepting Diners Club and some other one that I hadn't heard of before. So again, we're dealing with, we have one of the largest payment processors in the world that we're dealing with some great security. So our $20 deal has some of the best features and security and everything tied to it. So yeah, it might only be a $20 deal, but we've got, we're tied in with billion-dollar companies, 1, 2, and 3 on the Alexa rating, top-notch security, a payment processor that deals in billions of dollars, but yeah, we're only $20. Hint, hint, hint. Okay. Joseph, if I pay using the billing info, will the $200 1 year just be extended 1 month? Again, you cannot pay for 1 year on 20now.com. If you want 1 year, and I know you already sent your money, Joseph, but for those who are asking the question, if you want 1 year, your only option is to send it to me. Okay, you cannot use your credit card or debit card to go pay the company $200. You will be able to use commissions in the future to pay for a first year. All right, Richard says, where do we find archived webinars done by you? You can go to my YouTube channel, and the stuff that I used to have on toolsteam.net, a lot of this stuff didn't apply anymore because it was a lot of Tools Team 2.0, Tools Team 2.0. And so some of those are deleted. Some of the bigger ones that had more pertinent and up-to-date information are still all on the YouTube channel. Okay. Martina is saying, how can we pay for someone else? Go to paynow.toolsteam.net. You can't use 20now.com to do that right now. You'll be able to do that later with your commissions. Okay, now her second part of the question. With a credit and debit card, you can pay for somebody else with a credit and debit card if you can use the credit and debit cards to fund either a Payza or a PayPal account. You cannot pay pay it forward right now the way it is on 20now.com. That doesn't mean it won't happen later. Okay, JP says, can people get card loaded at Walmart to use for sign-up? Absolutely. Any place that you can get a card, you know, credit card, debit card, doesn't matter if it's a prepaid card, doesn't matter if your name's on it, Green Dot card, Walmart card, shopping cards, gas stations, you know, people can get cards. They're easy to get. Okay. Anne-Marie, will there be a link to sign up your business name? People can sign up with any name they want. There's people already, if you look on the leaders board, there's like, where's it at? We got like internet advertisements. There's another one, the Klausner Group, Advertising O. These aren't persons' names. These are people who signed up as companies. So that they can do that now. And you'll be able to edit your information once your web pages go live, put in, nicknames or what have you. Doug's saying, when will Jarhead pick name winners for the contest? Well, so far there's only one contest that's completed so far, and that's the Facebook group. The main one that he wants to complete is the YouTube channel, so we can get high def going. Okay. Okay, Anne-Marie's saying with Facebook we could not use our business name. With Facebook, they've changed the rules for individual stuff. If you want to make a business name, then you don't make a personal page. You need to make a fan page. Okay. If you're making a personal one, like I've already tried it, I've just tried to make, because nobody knows me by Michael Van Leeuwen except people that I'm related to. Even people back in high school and in the military, they all called me Van. And so I tried to get, a site with just, Coach Van or something, and it won't allow you to use Coach as a name. I can make a fan page, I just can't make a personal page. Okay. All right. For people who are asking about how you pay for other people, again, that's in the email. It's also paynow.toolsteam.net, and I'll pull up I'll put the whiteboard back up here. It's got that information on it too. Okay. Pay it forward, or you don't have a credit card or debit card, or you just don't want to use a credit or debit card or prepaid card or whatever. Again, these are all options, and it's the only way to save 40 bucks by paying for your first year up front. Okay, you cannot do that at 20now.com. Okay. All right. On the 20 Now, I check the boxes, but there's not a submit box. It's down at the bottom. It's on the billing info. The submit portion will not work if you do not click on the not to stack. It's $20 a month, and that you understand the policies and procedures. If you don't check those, then the link won't add up. And that also is explained in the video on the archive for August 1st on how to upgrade or how to make a purchase. Okay. Okay, Doug says, are the tools geared to help us sign up new people? Absolutely. That's why I'm so excited. It says, will it work? Yeah. I'm not excited because of the money I'm going to make with this. I'm excited because I know everybody who does listen to me and that listens to them, they're going to be able to get other people if they use the tools, especially the Facebook tool, even if you hate Facebook. Okay. Will there be okay, we did that. Okay. Jack saying, why a 9-day grace period? Top should be 2 days. I think part of it had to do with, they're listening to the field. People, sent in, they tried to pay money last week because they were going to be on vacation. And we have some groups in Kenya and China and Vietnam who are putting funds together, and they all wanted to, get in before, the matrix was filled. Had something to do with Jarhead's, regular work schedule, because we're getting him close to getting him to fire his boss so that we have him full time. So there's a number of things that went into play, and yeah, that wasn't certainly 9 days wasn't what I wanted, but there you go. I'm answering the question. All right. Brent says, will we be getting new referral links that don't have Tools Team in the URLs? Yes, your new pages will all eventually be with 20now.com and toolsteam.com. As far as the tools and everything will just be non-existent. They were just put there because Jarhead wanted to get everything with 20 Now as close as he could to be finished without everybody trying to go to 20now.com and check it out and snoop around and try to do things. So that's why he wouldn't tell anybody the name, because he didn't want anybody messing with the website when he was, trying to, get things coded. Okay. Anne Marie says, what happens if you only have 4 or 5 people to pay it forward for? It said you must send a minimum of 200. Okay. Well, 200 would be just 1 year. Shoot me an email, Anne Marie. I'll take care of you. I just don't want to do it too public. Okay. All right, we covered that one. Ken, no, you do not. Ken is one of the people who won his first month free, and it's not going to be instant for you, but just don't fill out the billing info. When you fill out the Facebook info and your account info with your key, the key will not only has your time and date stamp built into it. I mean, you can't see it because there's no date or anything on there, but it'll also go on with the list of people who already paid, just like it'll be just like you prepaid back in June before there was a pre-enrollment. Okay, Sass is saying on the 9th is a Friday, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it's Friday the 9th, and it's midnight, I think, Pacific time. So it's actually going to be like 3 a.m. on the 10th of August for me on Saturday. Okay. Frank's saying, can you sign up your wife? Again, that's as long as you're not stacking. Everybody in your house can join as long as they have the same sponsor. You can't sponsor your wife. Your wife can join, but she has to have the same sponsor you do. And if your kids are living with you, they need to have the same sponsor. So everybody in the house can join. They just all have to have the same sponsor. No stacking. Okay. How do I check separate accounts from the same computer to see if Activate keeps going? All right. Sonia's asking about doing things from the same account. Right now, it's still tied in with the Facebook. Jarhead hasn't finished all the coding yet. Once he gets rid of that portion of it, you'll be able to do the multiple accounts from the same computer, but you'll probably have to wait until probably Saturday to do that, Sonia. Okay, Scott says, how are we handling members who have front four and have not qualified theirself? How is that position going to be handled? Will your next person who came into the program take a spot? Okay, I'm not sure if I totally get this, but keep in mind is because the people, the way we set up our leaders in the beginning, even before pre-enrollment, like I did in the original video, is everybody could only have 4 people on their front line. All right? I'm at the top of our team, whether you call it the Tools team, Dream team, whatever you want to call it. There's the company, I'm underneath the company. I'm at the top of one of those four legs. Now, I can only have 4 people on my front line, and I've got 1,000 referrals. So unless 996 people all don't make a purchase, I'm going to be spilling into those people's organizations. So their first referrals, their first 4 referrals might be on their 3rd level. Your first 4 referrals might be on your 3rd or 4th level. So just because they were the first people that you referred doesn't mean that they're going on your first level. Okay? If your people, I'm not sure what you mean by don't qualify. If your referrals don't pay, they're not going in the matrix. Okay? What do you do if, okay, we did that one. Can people under 18 join? Yes. What Jarhead did on the webcast, if you weren't on that, that's in the web, the archive, is whatever the laws are in your location, whether it's your country, your state, some state laws, you can work as early as young as 14 with parents' permission, some at 16. So, yeah, people can join when they're less than 18. It's just whatever the laws are in your area, whether it's in the U.S. or Zimbabwe or wherever you live, whatever rules that your country has for what people need to do to make money. Because some of the, parents, might have to get it for their kids if they want the tools like the webcasting. They might not care less about, the compensation or the MLM side of it. They just want to do webcasts, and when they start adding games and stuff later on, we're going to have a bunch of young kids that are going to want to be participating in this stuff. So here we go. Okay, Andrea. Someone signs up with me but accidentally rejoined when he received another email from someone else. He thought I sent it to re-enroll. Okay, if somebody joined more than once, they can't do it accidentally because they would have had to have put in a different email address. Because if you try to join with the same address or same username, it says, hey, that username is already taken, that email address is already taken. So it can't be that much of an accident. But what all somebody has to do is, now that it's coming time to pay, whatever account they don't want, just let it go. Just don't pay for it, and it'll be flushed. Okay. Joseph said, can I market multiple opportunities with my 20Now account? Absolutely. Of course. You bet. Okay. Fran says, I really need an answer for this. What do you do if you already did this? I've been deleting the questions as I answer them, Frank, so I'm not sure what it is that you really need an answer for if I didn't answer it already. Okay. If you want to put in your question again, I'll look for it here, Frank. All right, well, hey, I want to emphasize again, if you do not want to pay with or pay or activate your account while being logged into Facebook, just wait until Saturday. If you're still showing as pending by tonight, that won't work. That won't be there anymore. Like I said, I talked with Jarhead right before this. He says he's got most of it done now. You saw in the example I said it already said, you're all set. Facebook is not going to be a requirement probably by Saturday. Okay, Frank did say, all right, in the reference to his wife, say, hey, I already sponsored my wife. All you got to do is send an email into support@20now.com and let them know, saying, hey, my name is Frank. My username is this. I was referred by so-and-so. I referred my wife before I knew that was a no-no. Please take my wife. It almost sounds like a joke. Take my wife, please. But take my wife's position, whose username is this, and assign to, you know, my sponsor so me and her can work it together. Okay, and you'll be fine. Okay. Anybody else have any questions about the 20 now getting paid or getting your payment in so you can make a purchase? I'm telling you, I'm going to get on my soapbox here a little bit again. This is only a $20 deal if that's how you treat it. If you've referred one person or you've referred 3,500 people, encourage them to make a purchase. It's just 20 bucks. If they want to treat it like a $20 deal initially, or a $20 gamble, or a $20 let's see what happens, that's fine. Because we're the fastest growing team. Am I looking for people to wait for spillover? No. Am I going to turn them away? Heck no, because I know we're creating spillover, and some people will get more than others initially, but a lot of people I know who will get spillover, they will turn around and start to tell other people. Some might get a lot of spillover before they start telling other people. Some may get, you know, spillover to be where their commissions could be a couple $1,000s, and it might take you as their sponsor to say, hey, look, Kim, you got $238, you know, way to go. I got a $238 match. But, you know, if you refer one person, you could get $600, or you would have got, you know, $1,200 if you told some people about this. And they're like, what? Okay, they're thinking, hey, cool, I paid 20 bucks. I'm getting $238, and I don't even know why. So this program, the tools work. They might not work right now because we're not using them. But if people use the tools, and again, they don't have to live and breathe this stuff. If they have a Facebook page, they don't even have to log in often. They just have to accept the application and then just go check it out once a month. They don't even have to do that, but the system will make it look like they are active on Facebook. And then it'll attract their Facebook friends and their friends' friends and their friends' friends. And you might not even be on the webcast that's giving away money, giving away training, giving away cruises, giving away all kinds of stuff to get them into your system that drips on them automatically. And you might not even know how many opt-ins you have and that how many people are starting to sign up until you start to get emails, hey, you got a pay raise, you got a pay raise. And they're like, what the heck? What am I getting a pay raise for? I haven't even done anything yet. Well, you turned your tools on. That's why the word right up here, automated. Automated. That's not in the company name. That's what I'm going to push. Now, the tools don't start automatically, but once you accept the application and say, hey, I got a Facebook page, I accept the application, if they want to be done at that point, they can. It does the rest. Now, those who want to do more than the rest, you know, like myself, whatever, they're going to be finding other ways to do those things. But this thing is going to be huge. And if you don't believe me, then go get your believer fixed. Good night, everybody.